Pleasant good day to all of my YouTube fans across the world. Today I come to you not from my home office, and today I will use the term that I am making a fresh start, not meaning that I am starting from the beginning, but today I'm coming to you from the pristine and majestic Maracas Valley. I am actually on the compound of the University of the Southern Caribbean, where I am employed as a psychology lecturer in the School of Social Sciences for the last 15 years. And just to give a plug to my employer, if you want an ideal place to study, beside a wide array of academic offerings, the environment is second to none. In Tobago, one of their tagline is clean, green, and serene. And the majestic Maracas Valley encompasses all of those attributes. But I use the word majestic because we are nested in the valley and surrounded by the mountain peaks, El Tucuch mountain peaks, and this location is certainly a place where you will get top academic offerings and also a pristine environment to study. So as you enjoy the background, the new background for my presentation today, I welcome you to this topic. And as usual, when I do my offerings, I start off in this manner, and today will be no different. So I, Imo Rameses Bakari, your psychologist and life coach, from the magical community of Point Fortin, but today I am in the majestic valley of Maracas Valley. I am coming to you to let you know that you will benefit from what my organization offers. And it is my intention, through this platform on YouTube, to ensure that we help you to increase your self-esteem. We help you to increase your self-confidence. We help you to develop clear thinking and even clearer plans. Because you, yes, you are deserving of becoming the best possible versions of yourself. And we will do this through counseling, through teaching, through coaching, speaking, and writing. Because you are certainly deserving of the very best, and we are prepared to partner with you in 2023 to ensure that this becomes a reality. So, having offered our normal salutations, we, as usual, will share a motivational word. And the motivational word for you today is that education in its diverse forms is essential for you to be a success in life. And I'm saying this, I'm speaking on the compound of an educational institution, but I'm also making a point to you that when you think of education, think of it in its diverse forms, think of it in its most practical applications, so that you will be able to make the kinds of contributions to life and to deal with the challenges of life that you are confronted with. So the motivation of the word, I would like you to reflect on it, think about it, ponder on it, and act on it to ensure that your educational development is holistic and diverse, and that you are in the best position to make the most out of life. So having shared the motivational word with you, I will now go into today's topic. But before actually starting the topic, we remind you that you can contact us for counseling services, for coaching services. You can partake in our ongoing courses. Remember, we have a course entitled The Fundamentals of Public Speaking, priced at $1,200 for students and $1,800 for the general public. We have a 4-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Emotional Intelligence, costing $1,800 for students and $2,500 for the general public, or you can participate in our 10-week course, The Fundamentals of Psychology, costing $3,800 And we also have a part payment plan that you can partake in to ensure that you book your spot in that course. You can also buy our book Conversations, price at 100 TT, 45 EC, or 15 United States dollars. And also we have other books on sale, such as A Tribute to African Civilization, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa, and Understanding C.L.R. James. Give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. We are ready and prepared to serve you to the best of our professional ability. So I will now begin the presentation. And the presentation today is to focus on your education and not your graduation. Now, as I said to you, I'm speaking to you on the compound of a tertiary institution. And many students, their ultimate goal is to complete their degree and to graduate. And there is nothing wrong with that. But as I said in the motivational word, look at education in a very diverse way. Because when we think of the processes that people go through, people attend school, they are successful, whether at the primary level, moving on to secondary level, at the secondary level, moving on to advanced level, or doing a certificate course, then moving on to university, and they are very happy about that, and rightfully so. They may go on to find employment and become gainfully employed, and rightfully so. Of course, we all know there are many challenges in people finding employment during the very trying economic times that the world has been experiencing for some time. But I'm asking the question, when you attend a particular institution, and all over the world, different institutions, some are viewed as prestige. For example, in the context of Trinidad and Tobago, in terms of secondary schools, there are certain schools over time have been viewed as prestige, and people feel very proud if their students attend these schools. But in fact, all schools can be prestige schools. It all depends on the commitment and the motivation, the infrastructure, and the culture of these organizations. So whether you go to a so-called prestige school or any other school, you can view all schools as prestige, but of course you must put the ingredients in place. So whether you go to a prestige school, once you're in a school, it's a good thing to be in school. But the question is schooling sufficient to give you the kind of insight to deal with life than merely attending a school? So if you have gone to any school or one of those schools that are considered prestige, or if you have gone to one of those universities that are considered Ivy League universities, no problem. But at the end of the day, is your education being fulfilled? And I will ask a number of questions today to indicate to you whether you are viewing education in its rightful way. So, you know, I am of the opinion that the true test of education, the litmus test for education, is one's ability to deal with life. I repeat, the litmus test in terms of the truly educated is that individual ability to deal with life. So let me ask the questions. Sometimes people will exercise the brilliance of their mind, and they may develop a business proposal that, from all intents and purposes, is a superior business proposal. And yet, when the proposal is brought before a particular agency or agencies, for some reason or the other, not based on the soundness of its contents, the proposal is rejected. And oftentimes, when investigated, sometimes it is found out that another individual, because of a connection, who had an inferior proposal, was accepted. My question to you, how did you respond in such a situation? And the answer really is for you to think about and ask yourself, when these types of things you are confronted with, how will you respond to it? You may also be confronted with a situation where people are spreading rumors about you. How will you respond in the face of people spreading rumors about you? Will you hit out? Will you lash out? Will you lose your cool? Will you become volatile? Or will you have to dig deep into your spiritual skill set, into your cognitive skill set, to ensure that you respond in a way that you do not give life to the rumors that are being spread about you? I'm asking these questions because these are the things that many of us will have to confront in life, whether daily or whenever, but they may come our way. You may also face a situation where you might be the most deserving person for a promotion on your job and you didn't get the job. How will you respond? In thinking about these things and your response, it will be a true indication of your level of education, not based on the fact that you wrote a good paper and passed an exam, but when you really are able to deal in an effective manner with the nitty-gritty of life. So you were the deserving person, yet an inferior person was promoted before you. How you respond will say a lot about your skill set, about your character, and otherwise. You may also face a situation where you may encounter a situation that was totally unplanned. You may be confronted with an emergency situation where you have to just act and act quickly, act wisely, and act in a way where you do not jeopardize the safety of others. For example, an earthquake may strike and people may be panicking. And if you are the leader of an organization, your sense of maturity, your sense of calmness, your sense of wisdom will go a long way in such a situation. And those kinds of responses will be responses indicative of a person with a certain level of education that was not written in a text, that was not based on passing an exam. You may also, as you navigate life, you will recognize that your BScs, your MScs, and your PhDs are really deficient in dealing with the challenges of life. The many questions I have posed to you, it is very clear that when we have to really reflect our education, it is far more wider than the narrow confines of a school-based education. And it has often worried me that there is no course and no form of educational institution which is entitled, How Do We Deal with Life? And think about it. The essence of our living, the essence of our successes in life is our ability to deal with life. Novel situations, unplanned for situations, and situations that we just have to navigate on a daily basis. So I'm saying if education is to truly fulfill its purpose, we must include the nitty-gritties of life in equipping students with those kinds of capacities. Because when those kinds of capacities are lacking, such people will be placed at a tremendous disadvantage to navigate. Because think about it carefully. When we arise on a morning, when we settle ourselves, when we try to bring balance to our mental state, when we try to center ourselves in the presence of God and get our spiritual direction, and when we navigate the various things through life on a daily basis, those things by themselves are not easy to deal with. And I'm saying, giving people the skills to navigate the nitty-gritties and the practicalities of life is what will really be a true reflection of the educated. And it also burns my heart as an educator, where most of the philosophies, most of the theories that are discussed are coming out of Europe and America. And we have a tragedy, in my opinion, where many of our educators blindly try to apply them in the Caribbean context. They have not worked, they will never work, because we have to create our own indigenous theoretical frameworks, our own indigenous philosophical frameworks that will be a reflection of the true reality of our lives. And I'm saying, when we start to do these things, we will really be on the pathway of education. Remember, education doesn't stop with a PhD degree. Education is an ongoing process. It continues daily, it continues in different forms, and because of that kind of reality, I am saying, concentrate on your education, as I said in the motivational word, in all of its diverse forms, and not just focus on your graduation. If you only focus on your graduation, yes, you may walk the stage in a beautiful gown, but at the end of the day, you will be lacking the essence and the skills to deal with life. I thank you for listening. I know this message has been wide-ranging and you have paid careful attention to it. As usual, I remind you to support our work. Remember, look at the information flashing on the screen, the account information, and feel free and contribute financially. Contribute via our YPay link, or contribute by partaking in one of our ongoing courses, or by buying one of the books advertised. We count on you, and we know you will help this platform become the force it is destined to be. We thank you for listening. We thank you for viewing. And of course, feel free and contact us at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. So thank you for listening, and stay tuned for another powerful presentation next week, please God. Bye.